I want to thank everybody for chiming in. This is Watchman Yahudah Israel, also known as Pastor Derek Mann, on Early When I See You Scripture Study and Prayer Line on this 8th day in June 2017. Let's dive on into the Word, y'all. Proverbs 3 and 5 and 6. Look what it says. It say, trust in Yah with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. This race, this life, can get a little tricky. In fact, to be honest, it can get a lot tricky. And bringing it down, to our understanding level, life been tricky when it comes to parenting. But the obstacles, the difficulties, and the trickiness of keeping food on the table and a roof over the family's head, and transportation and threats of bills and all that. The children wasn't subjected to that unless it got real ridiculous. But it still always worked out. So bringing it, on our level, if you look at it from the child's perspective, it wasn't as turbulent, as tricky as it was for the parents. All they know is when they hit the light switch, the lights came on. All they know is when they opened the refrigerator, there was some food in there. When they turned on the faucet, the water came on. That's from their perspective. But the parents know the payment arrangements that they had to make, and the borrowing, and working their fingers to the bone, and the threats, and the shut-off notices, and the close calls. But it all worked out, not only for the children, but it worked out for the parents as well. They just had a more close-up in the restaurant. It's real beautiful in the dining area with crystal and clean dishes, and plenty of steak sauce, and cheese melted already. Oh my goodness. But in the kitchen, you would swear it was two different worlds. Employees only sign over that door. Please believe me, it's for employees only. If you knew the throw down and the go down in that kitchen, everything went down behind the scenes. But when it got to the dining area, I'll be glad when we get comfortable with living in the dining area. I'll be glad when we get comfortable enough to look at it from a child's perspective. That Yah got it. You mess around and stop going for the devil's bluffs. for the threats that a day might bring. Just have an attitude. This is the day that Yah has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. Trust in Yah with all thine heart. Can we do that? If you live this life long enough, you're going to figure it out that it's already figured out, and that he's the author and the finisher of our faith, and he already wrote in the victory. Yeah, you might wake up and not feel well. Because to be honest with you, I feel absolutely terrible right now. But this too will pass. You got to learn to trust in Yah with all thine heart. Knowing that he got it. He got our best interest at hand, and he gave us permission to cast thy cares upon him, knowing that he cared. Yeah, he cared. Know it too. Know that the cattle on 1,000 hills belong to him. The earth is Yah's in the world, and they that dwell therein that. It all belongs to him. He'll work it out. He'll even make it that your enemies can be at peace with you. He's the author, y'all. He's the author and the finisher. He wrote it and he closed the story out. And he wrote the believer as the victor. For Yah so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. He gave his life, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish. Why do you act like you're going to perish? We're so reminded the children of Israel leaving Egypt, called out of Egypt, but they had to go through a wilderness experience so they can get to know their Creator more intimately. Knowing that a desert can't stop him. In the wilderness, there's water. When you got Yah, he'll have a bird feed you, but you're going to eat. Trust in Yah with all thine heart. Do you trust him by now? This too will pass. You've been threatened before. It looked like it was doomsday. He'll even let the fat lady sing, for the lack of a better term. He'll let the end of the game buzzer go off. And when the end of the game buzzer went off, the scoreboard said you lost. And lo and behold, here he comes. He has a way of cheating death. He has a way of cheating natural circumstances. He has a way of allowing you to be late and then marking you early. He has a way of calling the last first and the first last. The winner lost and the loser won. He that seek to save his life gonna lose it. That's a reverse move, ain't it? You seek to save your life, to rescue yourself, and you lose it. But he that accepted defeat in his name, for his name's sake, is the one that got the victory. You're talking about a judo move, a reverse move. When are we going to learn to trust in Yah? With all our heart. Talking about all of it. I know what the judge said. I know what the ticket said. I know what the threat said. I know what this society said. I know what the history book said. I know what the doctor said. I know what the bill collector said, the rent man said. I know what the car note said. I know what the jail keeper said. I read the test results. I heard the cussing and the threats. I heard the lies. I heard about the disaster. I done seen it all. I once was young and now I'm old. I never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed beg for bread. Come on, somebody. Yah takes care of his own. He's even merciful in the midst of his discipline, because his children is being disciplined and well disciplined, and it ain't over. His children still hard-headed. They still dropped it like it's hot. They still running around here on crack and dope and can't get along. The curse still is reigning, but he's merciful. You always have a remnant. You want to thank him for being a part of that remnant. He always had Yahshua and a Caleb. He always got somebody that's still calling on him. Saul will tell you about it. They call him Paul. But he'll tell you about it. He said, I too am a Hebrew. And I'm not blinded. He woke me up. He woke my game up a long time ago. He always keep a remnant. But for the most part, his children is still blind. The scales is slowly falling off. Thank Yah that it fell off your eyes. Hallelujah. And now that the scales is falling off your eyes, can you trust in Yah? Can you go beyond your physical birthright and get into your spiritual birthright? Can you be Israel, but yet still be Israel, the real Israel, the spiritual Israel that live by faith? Can you trust in Yah with all thine heart in the midst of a whooping, in the midst of turmoil, in the midst of a wicked, untoward generation is waiting for the manifestations of you, for you to wake up, take your rightful place and trust him, not being intimidated by circumstances. Circumstances don't dictate to you. Yah does. The automatic victory is already reigning supreme in your life, even in the midst of defeat. Defeat has been defeated. Death, where's your sting? Grave lost his hope. We ain't got to worry about it. How many needless things we bear because we failed to carry everything to Yah in prayer. We're going through it for no reason. We're carrying stuff that he told us to cast on him because he cares for us and he can handle it. He will not suffer us to be tempted above that which we are able, but with the temptation. There's something with the temptation, y'all. He put something with it, a way of escape that you might be able to bear it. You can escape and just give it to him. Your escape is to cast it on him. I'll be handling your problems today. So enjoy the rest of your day. Hallelujah. Can we trust? Has he proven himself to be trustworthy in your life yet? Do the sun still show up? Is the moon still showing? I heard all the threats. I heard about the anthrax and heard about the chemtrails and see them all the time. I'm familiar with the concentration camps. I've seen the history of how the devil and his boys get down. I'm well aware of all the ropes and the zoos and the discrimination and the throwing rocks and hiding their hands. I'm aware of predatory loans. They loaned them the creation of the middle class, and the Hebrews not only was hijacked for their identity, but they wasn't invited to the party. It's only by Yah that we stand now, but we standing a helpless people without an army or identification or legal rights claims to the planet, displaced. I understand all that, but we're still here, and you better know it's supernatural. They've been wanting to kill us. Herod was trying to kill us. Pharaoh was trying to kill us. But we still here because no weapon formed against us is going to prosper. Can you just mess around and trust in Yah with all thine heart? By now, has he, yeah, you the underdog, you're the tail and not the head. because of disobedience. But if my people, which are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray, irregardless. After David numbered the children of Israel and got in trouble with Yah, Yah rebuked them heavily, and then he went to go purchase a threshing floor of another fellow believer, another Hebrew. He went to go buy the threshing floor so that he can sacrifice and honor and give honor to Yah in the midst of a whooping. In the midst of a whooping, he was seeking to still bless him. He said, I will bless Yah at all times, and his praises shall continually be in my mouth. And then the man was going to give it to him for free, because even though he was getting a whooping, he still had favor on his life. And we have favor because we're the apple of his eye, even in the midst of a whooping. And the man was going to give it to him because of the favor. And David said, no. I will not offer anything to Yah that don't cost me nothing. I'm going to pay for it. I'm going to buy everything it takes. I'm going to go through whatever I got to go through. I'm not going to seek to save my life. I'm willing to lose it. Hallelujah, for his name's sake. I'm willing to first seek Yah and all of his righteousness, knowing that all this other stuff is going to be added on to me. I done messed around and figured out how to trust Yah. I ain't trusting my bank account. I'm not trusting what the doctor say, my check stuff. I'm not trusting in anything or anyone else but Yah and him killed on that tree and rose again for you and me. Yeah, I got permission to go against what anything says other than what he say. I have permission to disregard what the devil talking about. I have permission to disregard my fears and my phobias. I have permission to cast my cares upon him and trust him. And not only partially. Trust him completely. As for me and my house, look, trust in Yah with all thine heart and lean not unto thy own understanding. Did you know every last one of us got an understanding? Got a way of seeing things? And the word says there's a way that seem right unto a man, but the end thereof is the ways of death. There's a way that seems right, and everybody got their own way, their own opinion, how they chew it, how they do it. Everyone got that, but the word says, I'm giving you permission. You better understand it is a privilege to lean not to your own understanding, to not be overtaken by your phobias and your fears, your apprehensions and your doubt. When you have permission to be excluded from the way you do things, to be excluded from being dictated to by your opinion, your carnality. For the carnal mind is not subject to the law of Yah, neither indeed can be, but you have permission to triumph even over you, over your stinking thinking. You got the victory over the way you'd handle it. You need to be rescued from you, because remember when you used to run your life, when you was hugging the toilet after a night out, when you was hugging a stranger during the night out, when you was disrespecting yourself and your body, disrespecting your family name, disrespecting your people, disrespecting your creator, you remember that? But now you have permission not to lean to your own understanding. You was living in your understanding. You was doing things your way. But he's giving you permission to trust in him. He got you. He's able to deliver you blameless before his presence. He's able to give you the victory when you've lived a victory-less life. Trust in Yah with all thine heart, and you now have permission not to lean to thine own understanding. You get to defer now. You get to defer. You get to say, I don't know how it's all going to play out, but I know it's going to work out. Because he lives, I can face today. I know they said tomorrow, but tomorrow not promised. And if tomorrow came, it'll still be another today. You can face today. Because he lives, you can face today. So in all thy ways, not some of your ways, in all thy ways, everything you do, you should be looking on to Yeshua, who's the author and the finisher of your faith. In all thy ways. Should I go or should I not go? What should I be doing right now? I ain't going to even worry about it. I'm just going to give it to him. I'm not going to toss and turn all night tripping off this. I'm just going to give it to him. In all thy ways. My finances, my health, my family. What I'm going to do next. In all thy ways. Should I get married? Should I not? Who I should marry? Who's my best friend? Who's in my Rolodex? Should I send this text? Or should I not? In all thy ways. Yeah, I'm going to scoot on over and give you the wheel. I ain't going to even sit shotgun. I'm going to get in the back. Treat him like Uber. He'll take you there. In all thy ways. Trusting with my vocabulary, with my eyeballs, with what I meditate and hide in my heart. In all thy ways. In all thy ways. There's not a sin that has overtaken you that's not common to man. Temptation. If you fell in sin, it's common. It ain't nothing new invented for you. You just unfortunately one of the ones just give in to it. More importantly, you're the one that did not give in to it. Blessed is the man that endureth. In all thy ways, acknowledge him, and he'll perfect you. He'll present you blameless. If you mess around and involve him in everything you're going through, not depending on people, but depending on him, not withdrawing from him because you don't like your circumstances, throwing spiritual tantrums. We don't say it outright, but we show it, we do it. I ain't going to read today because I just got so much going on right now. I ain't going to fast. I ain't not going to do the things of Yah see what I'm going through. No. In all thy ways. In all thy ways. Acknowledge him. And he shall direct thy path. I don't know if you ever looked at the S on path. It's not he shall direct thy path. It's he shall direct thy paths. Because there's many paths in this life that we go down. Being a father or mother is a path. Being a friend is a path. Being a cousin is a path. Being an uncle or a nephew or a niece. Being a minister is a path. Being employee is a path. Being employer is a path. Being one that owes someone and being one that's owed. Being a neighbor. Being the minister or the ministeree are all paths. Being the given to and being the giver, being the parent, being the child, being the head and being the tail. All paths. That's why it says in all thy ways with an S. Because we have different ways, different responsibilities based on different circumstances. And we're supposed to acknowledge him in all our ways. In all our ways, acknowledge him, and he shall direct our paths. We kind of get happy on the path or two that we conquered. But there's many more paths. I dare you to surrender every last path in your life. Every last decision you need to make, you need to acknowledge him in making it. Paths. Trust in Yah with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. So when you're celebrating the victory on something, there's another path looking at you. Celebrate the victory over that one too. Don't keep no paths to yourself. Acknowledge him. Spirit of living Yah, we love you and thank you for another opportunity to come before you. Humble as we know how, being receptive to truth, thy word is truth. Give us a heart and a mind to let the truth of your word have free course in our life. That we acknowledge you in all our ways, that you may direct all of our paths. We trust, believe, and we thank you. In the matchless name of Yahudah, we humbly pray. Hallelujah, hallelujah, and amen.